Get a chance to high IQ break that stair in just a second. Looks like these guys might be prepped for this. Savage not going to have any type of piece control whatsoever on any wall. He's going to be breaking upwards right now. Provoke might actually just be baiting him out. He gets a little bit of a look. It's the head of Provoke. He has that rapid fire SMG. Although very powerful in short bursts, it doesn't have that much time online. Now spearheading the push. Savage looks like these guys are a little bit having trouble maybe in communication or speed of engagement. He's looking to be just a step ahead of Drop right now. Going to be taking a few shots in, and it's a long fight of attrition.
Fight of getting the pieces, fight of getting the small angles, the chip damage in. But Provoked and Tux, they've got their backs to the walls, and they've got all the time in the world because they can farm up. Wow, even pushing them back here. I think we see a huge difference in how these fights play out from the other POVs, because Airwalk Sanikov versus Aqua and Stompy was a lot more 50-50s time and time again. I drop, not paying attention to the stairs, but the beams come in. He's actually almost taken out Provoked, but Tux sneaks in from underneath with the control that they got. Mr. Savage tries to go in and save the day, but now the pressure comes in from both at the same time, and they get completely knocked out. Unfortunate there, and now the second place team. And if you guys are paying attention to the Elim feed, you might have seen already what happened here. This was early in the game. Benji by himself, a few builds, but now pinched quick. Mongrel nowhere to be found to protect and help Benji. He almost takes out Nate, but the pump shotgun is not enough. So they finish that off, and Mongrel's coming in with a vengeance. Can he actually possibly even retrieve this card and continue forward? The amicable first two games all of a sudden turns into a bitter rivalry that's been going on since even before FNCS Duos was announced. And Escape, the box fight is on, and Nate and Andalex, with the pinch that they put on to Benji, are just going to capitalize hugely. Nate already got angles on the door. It's like a SWAT team moving in. There's no escape for Mongrel.
You couldn't have picked a worse house to try to hole up in. This one being kind of expensive, a lot of windows installed. But instead of a view, it's just time for shots to come in time and time again. L-Dance being over there by Andalex. Nate. But we'll see if these ones connect. Nade's being used way more than before. And a big knock on PNR from Nyrox.
They might even convert on a second Elim. Are they going to convert? Yes, somebody finishes that Elim for them. And trying to get the loot now too. A push. Could be big here for Nyrox and Bad Sniper. The games are getting less stacked every single iteration. Now we're in game number 3. The flow so far usually is the games are really, really good in game number 1. They start to decline, and then as we get back to game number 6, we have a strong closer. We'll see if that pattern continues. Something to note about the leaderboard. I'm not sure if the game sound is just really low on this stream or what's going on, but Mage and Castry now have a big opportunity. The Shark, the toxicity. EU does it again. Mitro and CRR are holding, and 4ZR and Kinstar, both of these teams holding the biggest grudge I think we've seen in Fortnite history. This is worse than Defend the Farm in NA East with Arab Squad against Chap Squad. This is far worse than I think I've ever seen, because guys, this is the second weekend in a row that this is happening. And we still have, after this, we still have 3 weekends in the seasonal finals. And if this is how it's going to go, we might have another one of those sagas repeating themselves over and over and over.
These guys are locked in, just waiting on the other person to say, no, I don't want to do this anymore. But Eagles are just way, way too high. Looks like CRR is going to be on the back end of this one, but to what extent? Because now I think the whole region, everyone qualified every week, knows that if you just wait on zone, you'll have like a weak CRR, a weak Nitro, a weak 4ZR come in afterwards, ready to be cleaned up.
That's for sure, but they don't care. That's not the goal for them. The goal for them is secure the spot for Heat, secure the spot for the seasonal finals, and keep. So there's two different things going on right now. Finally, 4ZR and Kinstar do respond, and I've seen them in this situation be able to clap right back. They're far in zone. They've got a couple of bandages, but I think there's also plenty of opportunities to find more medkits. Maybe they know where they are. There's boats available, but yes, this is a play for the seasonal finals as Vibes take out Leneuf. They don't want these guys to even qualify for that stage, but because they're qualifying for finals, it looks like that's going to be the case. So it's a battle of egos. Who's going to leave first? Nobody. At this point, we can already be clear that that's not going to happen. Neither of them are going to go. And so once it comes down to heats, maybe they'll get in the same heat together and one of them will hold each other out, but you never know how that's going to play out.
You say neither of them can go. Can any of them even stay? Because right now, they can just fall off of top 20 if everyone else starts performing. But there's so much tarping, so many passive types of play, so much survival is needed. Only height and, you know, ultimate low really has a say on getting desperate eliminations. Or even planned eliminations. Right now, everyone on ultimate low, bad sniper getting picked up. Nyrox had that RPG, is not going to be able to use it in the end game. And Diego's finally going to have the chance to be online, go for pressure in his first game out of the 6 so far, but this is the 3rd game overall.
And mid-ground again looking so strong. Diego and Dennis haven't been pressured a single time throughout all these moving zones. Right now we're moving into the 8th. And Vibes in zone has floppers, but look how far he is. Thankfully, that zone is going to move horizontally. He still has 2. He can make it back with the river stream as well. No more floppers in zone here. Takes it, but going up the hill now, slowly but surely. And you hear the grappler actually in play, but maybe Kinstar and them were actually taken out. One more flopper. No! And he doesn't pop it. It goes back. But what I was saying before, mid-ground, so strong. Diego not being pressured. Castery and Mage won from this position last time, and an RPG going down again. They're kind of clearing it out, but without even having to do any work at all.
Now, the final moments of that game happen. This is when the 9th zone finally clicks in, and Diego is here. Wants to make his mark in the start for his momentous movement all the way up the leaderboard. There's still so many more games left, but this is the most important moment for them right now. 8 points accrued by 1 elimination and a lot of placement. They need to start getting some of these duos out of the competition themselves to net those elimination points. But up top, high ground, so much action. Box-to-box fights are kind of free on low, not even getting touched. The zone bouncing back over old builds. They won't have any pressure on them, but they won't have a say in the server either. Finally going for height. It's Dennis that makes the builds. He gets all the way up. Going down, though, of Flunder, actually. 3 people left, though. Diego's up top for a 1v1. Finally gets it. The tag comes in. It's Rifla who goes down. The clutch is possibly there, gets the finish. He has the siphon available. From the back, though, gets shot up on the ground. No builds available. The beam's there. It connects for the first time, but not able to get it as Rifla and Slicks went out that game. Diego, though, finally coming back. 10 points.
And Dennis, at the last seconds as they moved up, a Rifla took out Dennis so hard. The final moments here of this game again.
Yeah, breaking it down, we saw Diego go for that big shot. The fall damage, though, being such a big factor. Right here is where you want to kind of close down the room from height all the way to low. Slicks just sees that doesn't happen, stays near zone, has the freedom to just look up.
As what it is. Here's the standings right now. Castery and Mage do hold on. Actually, they rise in the standings, but they don't go all the way. We're going to continue looking at this. Just take it in really quickly, guys. Nappy and Wakey start to push up in 10th. Well, let's get into game, though, because